try this one more time and see if we can figure out why I don't have sound. I think I got it fixed. I think. So, I hope I did. Okay. If you can hear me, please let me know. Yay. Okay. Thank you, Bonsai. The first thing, I guess I need to start over just completely. Let's do that. Working on a 12 by 16 inch canvas. And all of this is black gesso, every bit of it. All of this is black gesso. I let it dry. I came back over the top with a very thin coat. Well, first, I took a sea sponge and made these little bushes and a foam applicator and made these trees. And all the little bushes here, I did that with a little sponge. You can do it with a paper towel if you don't have a sponge. And just fill the rest in with black. There is a very thin, and I do mean very, very thin coat of liquid clear down here, and a very thin coat of liquid white up here. And this is just going to be a little wooded scene. I got the idea from several other painters, and I just kind of got this image in my head, so I'm going to give it a shot. I hope it comes out right. My colors tonight are titanium white, alizarin crimson, midnight black, phthalo blue, dark sienna with a little white in it. I've got some green that's already got yellow and white in it, then sap green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and then I've got some Van Dyke brown that I mixed with bright red, and then bright red. All right. Hey, MC. Thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to start out with a 1-inch brush. Make sure it's clean and dry. I'm going to start out right here in my Indian yellow. I'm just going to tap a small amount of that in my brush. Indian yellow. That's the first coat. Okay. I just want to come up here to these trees. I'm just going to spread this Indian yellow very, very thin. Very thin. It's transparent, so it allows us to see through to the trees and stuff we made in the background. Right. Something about like that. Should be fine. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take just a little bit, very small amount of alizarin crimson. Then we'll just tap that right in my brush. And we'll come right through here. We'll just add a little alizarin crimson on this side. Just kind of darken it up a little. Not much crimson at all. It's a very, very, very small amount. And we just want this color back here to look hazy. About like that. That should be fine. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna grab another clean dry. Well, actually, that's a brand new one. We don't need it right now. Another clean dry 1-inch brush. And I'll pick up just a little bit titanium white and tap that right into the brush. Okay. And then right over here, I want it to be real bright. Okay. And we'll just bring that out into the yolk. Now you have to be careful with titanium white. It's opaque. And it will cover everything up. So you can't see through it. So use it very sparingly. Now all I'm doing right here with a paper towel is I'm just going to rub it off. That color because we picked up yellow, and I don't want no yellow on my brush right now. All right, this part we fix to do here, this is kind of fun. So, all right, let me show you how I'm gonna load this brush. I don't know if that camera will focus that close or not. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm going to pull a little of this color down. See, I got a little line of paint on that brush right there. But I don't want that much on the brush, so I'm just going to come to a clean part on my canvas and just tap that paint up into the bristles. Just tap it up into the bristles. Okay? And then right here in this white spot, I want to lay this brush down and just come across real fast. Believe me, this works better if you go fast. And then rub a little of that paint off. And we'll just... And this is just going to be zinging little light rays to the paint. But I trust me when I tell you, you want to do that fast. All right, we'll just rub this brush off again. We still won't wash it. We're going to hang on to it a little bit longer. All right. Now I'm going to come up here and grab me a fan brush. Okay. I'm going to get me a little bit of black. A little bit of crimson. More crimson than black. All right. Load both sides of that brush up. Then I'm going to come up here on some of these trees. And just make them like they're further towards us, closer to you. Let's see. We'll get this one back here. And you don't want them all the same size. So you can make a smaller one by letting off pressure a little bit on the brush. Let's just say you want a smaller one right in here. Well, don't put as much pressure on the brush. And they don't all have to be straight up and down. They don't grow like that in nature. So, if you wanna put you a laney one in here, put you one in there. It is your world. A little bit more of this color. Let's say we got us a big one over here. Still using the fan brush. Put this a little crazy look one in here. He'd grow in all kind of different ways. Couldn't make up his mind. Let's have us another one right here. You can kind of wiggle that brush when you come down. We'll put us another one right here. Like I said, this is your world. You put however many you want or however many you don't want. It's up to you. All right. I'm going to let that do it for that part of it. Now, before I drop this brush in the thinner, I'm going to take and rub it out real good. And that'll get a lot of the paint out. That'll make your thinner go a little further. It's just a little free tip. All right. I'll go up here now and grab my script line brush. Come down here to my thinner. And don't take much thinner. Just want to thin this midnight black out to the consistency of ink. Just load your liner brush up with paint. And we'll come up here. We'll just start adding this on some little limbs through here. And here again, these limbs are entirely up to you. You put however many you want on your trees. You don't have to have a lot if you don't want a lot. It's entirely up to you. A lot of these are going to get covered up, but the ones that stay here, well, we get to practice of making. Put however many you want up here. I'll cross it over. You gotta make sure your script liner brush is loaded with paint. It don't work too good if it's not. And you don't have to be real neat with these either, as you can tell. Because like I said, most of them are going to get covered up. You come here and put you some little shorter ones if you want to. All right, then we'll wash this brush. All right, now we're going to grab another fan brush. Right here. I'm going to take just a little bit of the titanium white and just put on the edge of the brush. And then a little bit of the Indian yellow. And just tap them colors together into the brush. Just going to make a real bright yellow. And let's say that some of that sunlight's coming through here and it's just zinging off some of these trees in here. Now we're not going to let it hit every tree in here. Like right here, you don't have to go up the whole tree, just a little bit. Okay. Maybe it caught this one in a couple places. Maybe it caught this one down low. Maybe it caught that limb there a little bit. Over here, and all I'm doing is just tapping this brush, and this will give it a little texture just by tapping that fan brush. All right, let's just let it light that little fella up. I'll have to get ready. All right, we just wanted to got light zinging through, lighten up that that forest back in here. All right, then we'll wash that fan brush. Next thing we're going to do, let me get over here in my drawer. Find me I think I got one already. Where is that? There it is. Take a 1-inch oval brush. Okay. Just kind of round it off at the top. It's a 1-inch oval. That's all it is. I'm going to come up here. And I think I'm going to go into my color. That's the Van Dyke Brown. That's the bright red that I mixed together. I told you about. I'm just going to tap a little of that into my 1-inch overbrush. And I'll just come right up here at random. I just want to start adding on some leaves back here on some of these trees. But leave them real sparse, however you see it. Don't blob it everywhere. Okay? Now, it's okay if you cross over another tree. I'm not saying that. That's fine. But just leave a lot of holes through your trees where you can see through the wood still. That's what allows us to see all that back there in the back we put in. So as we come back in here with our highlights, that's what's going to clean everything up. All right, now I'm going to take a little bit of black and bring down here to this color. Get it good and dark. I just want to come down here over some of these trees. Just start tapping in some little bush shapes down here. Be sure when you do this that you don't cover up that little line of mist that you put on earlier with the titanium white that's got the yellow in it. Because see, now it looks like the sun's going through the woods. All right, we just tap in a few shapes down here. Now, on the same brush, I'm just going to get me another paper towel. I'm going to rub out as much of this color as I can. See, you get a lot of paint out just by doing that. All right. I'm going to come over here. Let's see. I think I'm going to start out with a little bit of the cad yellow. And a little bit of the crimson. Okay. Cad yellow and crimson. Just tap that color in the brush. I'm going to come up here and just add on a few little highlights on this tree. And when you do this, you want a lot of paint in your brush, but you don't want to use much pressure. When you come up to that, I got the hair down here. All right, there it goes. When you get up here to your canvas, you just want to barely touch it. So try to remember, more paint, less pressure. Because if you come up here now with a lot of pressure on this, you're going to make mud. And that's something we don't want to do. come up here and grab just a little bit of the sap green and pull in this color. And a little of that light green I made. Now I made that light green color. I don't know if you heard me earlier. I made that color with sap green, cad yellow, and white. And just got it to where it's a real light colored green. Alright, we'll just come up here now. Pop on a few nails on that old tree. Just make sure right here you don't kill all the dark, okay? That is so important. Don't kill all your dark. Alright, I think now I'm going to add just a little bit of blue to that color. And this will give me a darker green, a real bright dark green. But I do want some of these trees to look like they're in the shadow back here. You know, I don't want every tree up here just glowing. I want some darkness back here too. And blue being a cold color, it kind of calms things down a little bit. All right, come back over with white now. I lighten this color back up with a little bit of white. I'm going to put that one in front of that. Just don't cover up all your darks. That is so important. All right. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and wash my 1-inch oval brush now. And I'm going to pick up a clean, dry 1-inch brush that I used earlier. It's got that white on it. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is come up here with my dark color and just load this brush up. This is my, I think I'll put a little blue in. This is my midnight black with a little blue. And I'm just loading it up. Just a lot of paint. I'm going to come up here and tap on a few little bush shapes through here. And I'll make some of them a little taller than those in the back. But we want some of them short. In other words, what I'm saying is don't make a straight line of bushes across here. I don't think you'd be happy with that if you did. So just tap that color on. And I'll just take the rest of this blue and black that we just mixed together. Just rub it on canvas. All right, with that color still in it, I think what I'm going to do is come over here to my Indian yellow. myself some green. Put a little white in it. And then behind these little bushes like this one, or behind this big tree, I'll just come up here, push up a little bush. It'll make it look like that sun's coming right through there hitting me. Let's put a little decayed yellow in it. Maybe brighten it up a little. Put some more right there. Just popping in a few little bushes back here. That's all I'm doing. You just put them in however many you want. Just make sure you don't kill that light that's going through your woods back there. All right, without washing the brush now, I'm going to come back up here into this black one more time. And bring it over into this color. That'll darken that color up a lot. And just want to go right through here. Just rub that color through. Try to keep it as level as you can. All right. Now we're going to do a little knife work. Fun, fun, fun. All right, we'll use my little knife tonight. We'll come right into the black, the green color we just made. A little bit of this Van Dyke brown with the red in it. Pull it out flat. Get a little roll of paint. And I just want to come right, let's see, right here. This little up here. Put some little roof over here. So let's cover that. This is just going to be a little cabin we're building back here in the woods. That's all it is. All right. Since our sunlight's hitting it that way, I got a feeling that roof will probably be lit up a little bit. So let's make us a color for that. Let's take that brown color that we just used to build the cabin. Bring some over to the side. Get us some white. And maybe a A little bit of the Indian yellow. We'll pull that color out flat. We'll let this be our roof color. Alright. Get just a little small roll of it. Touch this side of the canvas. And along the top of our little cabin. Pull this roof down. Alright, let's get us a little bit more of that color. Another little small roll. I'm having a problem getting this thing to pick up a small roll or not. I want to pick up big rolls. Now let's touch this outside edge of our cabin here. I'm pretty sure it's going to catch a little bit of light. Alright, now let's get a little bit of this brown, dark brown, bring it to it. Mix these two colors together. Because I want the front of the cabin to be darker. Because it's not going to be getting a whole lot of light to it, so. A little bit of this color in here. Pull it down. And then down the side right here. The side's not going to really matter here in a minute anyway. You'll see what I mean. Just build us a little cabin back in the woods. Take a little of the black. We'll put him in our door where he can get in and out. I don't think nobody lives in this cabin no more, to tell you the truth. I don't know that I'd live in if I stumbled up across it. Alright, now, come back down here and grab my fan brush that I was using earlier. It's got all those dark colors in it. I'll wash it real good. Got my thinner sitting over here to the side. Alright, make sure it's good and dry. I'll come back up here in this black and this brown color. Maybe a little crimson. I just want to get a good dark color on the fan brush, okay? Look on up at the top of the canvas. I just want to pour straight down. I want it a little bigger than that. I want it to cut that cabin roof off a little. just bring it all the way off the canvas on this side. Oh, big tree. Bob would be proud of a tree like that. All right, I don't know if any light be hitting that tree or not, but what we'll do is just dip our fan brush right in that color we made for the roof. We'll just come up here and put a little texture on this tree. Just by tapping the fan brush, that's all I'm doing. As far as we know, it could be an old dead tree. And just let it get darker and darker as it goes around. You can take a little bit of thing old blue, bring it over in this color. Tap your brush in it. Go on this back side. And then just a little bit of reflective light. Make it show up a little bit. We can do that to a few of these up here while we got this color. Just add a little bit of it on. It don't take much. Just a couple places. You know, I try to go up here and reinvent the painting at this point. Just very, very little here and there. Alright, then we'll wash that brush again. Alright, now I'll pick my 1X brush up again that we've been using. Come back up here in my dark color again. I may have to put some more dark color on my canvas here in a minute. Alright. Right here at the corner of that cabin. Pop me in a little bush right through here. We'll just let that bush grow right down beside the tree here. If the tree don't care, we won't care. We'll just bring it across like so. All right. Hang on that brush a few more minutes. Then I'm come up here with the same color we made the roof. We'll pick me up a little bit of that on my knife. And just want to start. Make sure you keep this color straight across here. Okay? Keep that knife straight as you can doing this. We're just going to bring this color through here. And just rub it on with the knife. We can let it get darker and darker as it goes back this way. All right. I'm going to take that fan brush we've been using on these trees. I'll wash it and dry it off real good. Hey, Laura, how are you tonight? Now I want to come right here with this fan brush, and I just want to lightly brush, real lightly brush, this color we just put up here. Okay? Just try to keep it level strokes. Make it get a little darker on this side. Uh-oh, big storms. Wow. Sorry to hear that, LT. All right, now we'll pick up a little bit more of this light color. And let's say right through here are a couple places. The light, it's actually picking up a little of the light. But now don't get crazy with this, okay? Because it's real easy to do. Real easy. All right, now I'm going to take my fan brush that's got the color in it already. I'm going to come up here to my dark color. Okay? And I'm going to come right back here and I'm going to push up on the fan brush. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Just push it up. Just come out onto the trail, a little bit if you want to. That is all fine and great. All we're doing right now is just putting on a good dark color. That's all we're doing. Adding texture. I am fixing that to go get some more dark color. Let's see, we'll take a little blue. A little bit of good cool shadow color back in here. Just come along here and just tap in some more little bush shapes around through here. That's all we gotta do. None of this really that important right now. Because when we come back up here with our highlights, we'll be able to fix all this. When we start adding our highlights, that's when everything is pretty. Well, I'm glad you called us too. Just keep it on a storm. All right, guys, I got to back up from the canvas right for a second and take a look at what I got going on. Yeah, I can see a couple of things I need to do. Sometimes when you back away from your painting, it'll do that for you. So what I am going to do is grab my palette here, and I'm going to put me some more dark color on it quick. Oops. I've been on Lamborghini, so it won't take me long to do this. I added some more dark sienna here, so we can come up here and do a couple things right quick. We'll get back to it there just in a second. Pick me up a 1-inch brush first. Okay. This is the one we used earlier. It's got all our dark colors in it. I'll come over here to my cad yellow. Just tap some of that right in the brush. Not much, just a little. I'm using just a corner of the brush. I'm going to come up here and pop me in a little bright bush in front of this tree. And maybe another one right here. But just bring these little bushes out onto the trail. We'll put like a little grass through here. Or maybe some little flowers, who knows? Whatever you want them to be. Just want it to look like that sun zinging through. Lighten this side of the path up a little bit. But when you do this, make sure you don't kill all the dark. Okay? That is so important. Do not kill all your dark. Alright, now I'll add a little bit of blue to this color again to get a cooler green. And that's what we'll use for a few little shadows back here. You ain't gonna believe this, Laura Beth, but my mic fell, or my mic tore up tonight, so I had to swap over to the camera mic. That was a live booger bear. I almost didn't get it happen. All right, now I'm coming up here my titanium white. And this Indian yellow. Just load this brush up with that color. Now it's got a little green in it, but not much. Okay. Put a brush right here. Just make sure you don't kill all the darks. That is so important. We'll make it look like the light came behind and hit that one. Alright, let's get this little cad yellow now. Load that onto the brush. Come right in here. Pop us in another little bush. Maybe add a little yellow ochre. Put us in another couple of bushes through here. Let's grab some of that lizard crimson. That should look pretty good. We got crimson in our paint. Oh, that does look good. I like that. That just stood out real nice, didn't it? Let's add a little bright red to it. Let's see what happens. I had to add little red flowers over here and there. Just a couple. They don't take many. And a couple right here, down in these dark areas. A couple around this door. I'm going to drop that brush down into the thinner. Is it too loud, Laura? All right, let me back up just a little bit here. All right, a little birdie is telling me that I got way too much red through here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that other 1-inch brush I got, get just a drop of thinner. Now, don't take much thinner at all. I'm gonna come right up here in my kid yellow. That's way too much. Try to dry that out on a paper towel over here. All right, come up here in my kid yellow. Make me a green color. Just tap that color right on the brush. A lot of paint. No pressure. We'll pop us in a few little greens. That's what the little birdie told me. Little birdie said I had way too much red over there. So let me back up and look again. I see one tree I forgot to highlight. Y'all didn't even tell me about that. Y'all just gonna let me do it. Put it on the fan brush again. Make sure it's good and clean. Right. I think I'm through with the knife. I'm pretty sure I am. All right. Let's take just a little bit of that color that we was using to highlight the trees with. Just tap a little of it on the brush. You come up here to this. Oh boy, he got a lot of something like that. All right, let's tone that down a little. Just a little more dark color. We'll just tone some of that down. About like that. Yeah, we'll come in here. Get a little bit of that color on these now. Just remember, you don't want much color on these. Okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with adding a little bit of taste to them to make them look like trees. Just don't overdo it, okay? That's all I'm saying. Because it's real easy to overdo it. And we'll just go up here on our last one on this side. And just a tiny amount of that color over here. That looks more like a tree to me than it did. So, all right. Grab my script liner again here. Come up here to just a little bit of this white. I don't want to use much, just a little. That's got some green and yellow and all in it. And that's fine. That is fine. I'm going to go up here and just kind of outline the door. And clean this edge of the roof up. That way we kind of Sarah cabin back there now. All right. Come over here into some Van Dyke brown. No, this is dark sienna. I'm sorry. A little this dark sienna. A little white. We'll come out of these bushes and just add us a couple little dead looking trees standing over here. So give a little highlight. Let's see. Put a few back in here. How many you want to put in your paint is entirely up to you. How big you want them, how short you want them. That's all up to you. This is your paint. So paint it the way you want to. Now if you're doing a paint for somebody, a commission, well, of course you kind of got to paint it the way they want. But if it's just a little fun painting that you're doing, well, just paint it. Have fun with it. Painting is supposed to be fun. And all you're doing is just creating little worlds back in here, When we first started, it was just a canvas with a lot of jumbled up paint, gesso, and all kind of stuff. Well, thank you, Jandy. I appreciate that. Alright, now we're going to come right here into our bright red. A little thinner on our script liner. There again. Get it as thin as ink. We'll come right here. And we'll put our H on it. Now, if you want to get fancy with your signature, you can come up here, highlight your signature and all that. But, you know, all I need is the H on it. So, uh-oh. I just dropped my whole palette on the floor. Let's set it over here to the side. How about that? I don't think it did much damage. Incredible. Alright, let's back up from it one more time. I can live with that. Alright guys, thank y'all very much for joining me tonight. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. And it just helps me bring more content. So help me out. If you don't mind, hit that button. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all about this painting, all you got to do is message me. I will reply. And again, thank y'all very much for being here. I love each and every one of you guys. God loves you more. See y'all next time, right here on Painting with Her.